I woke up a happy Gomer. A few hours later, I maintained a happy Gomer. We learned some big news today regarding the new program as far as the bosses go. Oh, it's like waking up on Christmas morning as a kid. You know, nowadays it's like socks. I appreciate socks. I burn through them. I don't like buying them for myself, so please get me socks. But as a kid, you know, I get like a new RC car that my brother and I would break the same night. Become a tradition. We get some new remote controllable vehicle that would be smashed into the fucking kitchen counter by the end of the night. Anyway, Christmas is here. And surprisingly, these cards are here before Christmas. We have some big stuff to talk about today. New bosses, some ways to make stubs. Leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. But first, let's quickly check in with Underdog Fantasy. You guys can still get a $100 bonus on your first deposit. You put in $10, they automatically double it. They give you 20. You put in 100, they automatically double it. They give you 200. You can go ahead and get started, ready for the new NFL season. Let me know your favorite football team in the comment section down below. Sadly, I am a Minnesota Viking fan. They have pick'em slips every day available. You're damn right. I'm picking the over on Kirk Cousins' yards, and I'm taking the money line on whoever's facing the Vikings. But, you know, so is life. Been having a lot of fun. Just throw $1 or $2. That's my biggest thing. Just throw a buck on a lineup each day, and you can instantly make some money. So, promo code GOMES. Underdog Fantasy, get yourself a $100 bonus on your first deposit. Thank you to them for sponsoring the channel this season. Let's get into it. Let's not waste your time. Let's not fiddle fuck around. Chipper Jones is coming in MLB The Show 22. Finally, he's got one card, and it was horrible. And it was dropped at launch. So being a horrible card at launch is actually kind of impressive to be as, mid as that one was. Here he is. I knew it instantly. We were streaming twitch.tv/GomesDaLegend. We're going to be streaming as you're watching this video, actually. After you finish, you should come hang out. But I saw a little teaser, just a little thumbnail, small on my phone. I knew it from the swing. It's so notorious across the MLB universe. We all knew who it was going to be, and then this just adds confirmation. MVP? Check. World Series champion? Check. 8-time All-Star? Check. Larry Jones Jr. Chippin' is coming back, and I'm so fucking stoked. Always one of the best cards in DD. I'd call him like top 5 most wanted, most looked after cards. We'll talk about some interesting things regarding this card, because of course, if you look at something like the Lou Gehrig, who is a prime card, it makes you wonder. It makes you Christian ponder exactly what's happening here. Is this card even going to be good? Is this Lou Gehrig 99 Prime version even going to hold a candle to what we've seen from Lou Gehrig 99 cards in the past? And it's tough to say, because we just saw the Ernie Banks Prime card yesterday, which was amazing. So I don't know. We've seen a track record now. It happened with Griffey. It happened with Mantle. Maze is kind of in a different category. I think we're going to get a better Maze, obviously. No shit. But it's not as abhorrent and god-awfully offensively bad as the Griffey and the Mantle. So those two, it seems like their prerogative right now is drop these top legends currently, make mid-tier cards that are kind of close to the meta. And if that's the case, clearly they don't play their game. If you needed more proof, if they think meta is Griffey and Mantle, if those are anywhere near, only thing those two bastards are going to be near is the Mendoza line if you use them on Hall of Fame Plus. But it seems they want this game to last longer, which is a good thing. Most men have that same issue, so them coming in and showing us all how to do it is a good thing. So it seems like they want to drop content up until like February, for example, when they announce the new game. And it's going to take these top guys, because we want them. We want to see a Gehrig. We want to see a Maze. We want to see a Griffey. But we don't want to wait until, you know, snow's starting to fall and it's 0 degrees before wind chill here in Minneapolis to get them. So they drop them now, and it takes a little bit more time, and we get the 99 best versions, probably the retro finest. I will say Billy Wagner, you know, there are, you know, occasions where that is not the case. This Billy Wagner is likely the best one we're going to see right here. Again, he's got the biker's jacket just getting torn off, blown away in the wind. Must live in the windy city, Chicago here, Billy Wagner. That or it's the fastball he threw, 102. He's a lefty. 102 miles an hour just blows him back. The jacket's going everywhere. Pitches could be going anywhere. That BB9 known to be not fantastic. But we'll look at a few sketches of these cards here in just a second. But these are the 3 bosses. And you'll note with Chipper, our last boss is featured here. So it's going to be 3 bosses. You can presume you're going to be able to pick one of the 3, and the program's going to last for 2 weeks. Take a gander here. This is Chipper last year. This is his collection card, and if you think this is going to look anything near what we're going to see tomorrow, sadly, I have some sorry news for you. The one question for Chipper Jones is, will he have secondaries? He's going to be a third base primary. That's always where he played. But shortstop and left field. My thought is he'll get left because he did play a fair amount in left field, but he only played 300 innings at shortstop. So I doubt that carries over. It depends. I'm assuming a prime or a second half card is most likely what we're going to get from Chipper. I would be shocked and awed. Again, it's my threat. I'll grab my gym shoes over there, pour the most disgusting beer, Bud Light, and do a shoey here on stream, if that's the case. But I don't think that's going to happen. That's why I'm so confident in putting that on stake here. Chipper Jones is going to be phenomenal. My guess, he's going to have a hindrance on something, probably power left. Or maybe power right, for example. Call him like a switch-hitting Rafi Devers, just with a little bit more speed. That's what I'm thinking, and that's what I hope that we see tomorrow. Billy Wagner, this is his signature card. It's the same thing, copy-paste one he's gotten in the past. I guess 85 BB9 isn't, so bad. I take back my slight towards you, Billy. But he's 122, 125 hitting K per 9. You can imagine that's going to be pretty similar here. We just saw Aroldis Chapman get similar. Billy Wagner, pound for pound, I think is probably the best lefty reliever of all time. Not in the Hall of Fame, I should mind you. Interesting choice, Hall of Fame writers. Maybe one day, once you geezers are in retirement homes sucking down cups of Jell-O, we finally have a deserved Hall of Fame class. But Billy Wagner, I am very excited for him. 2 top-tier, end-of-the-meta cards that are going to drop right away, back-to-back in consecutive weeks. And then Lou Gehrig. I think this one is going to be the furthest straying away from what we're actually going to see. As far as him goes, I'm not exactly sure, because we saw the Willie Mays, for example, which was pretty much low hundreds on everything. He's balanced. He's not bad at anything, but he's not tremendous at one specific, I guess, fielding and speed. But apart from that, Lou Gehrig is known for a swing. Sweet Lou is crisp. The Iron Horse does it better than anybody. He's probably my favorite hitting card year in and year out, so he's going to play above his attributes. I'm not sure what they're going to do. We saw his program card. I think that was not too good. It was inverse splits. He had not a lot of contact one way and not a lot of power the other way. And it was really high the other 2 directions, if that makes any sense, if you can even somewhat follow what I'm gauging at here. But Gehrig, I'm tentatively excited. The only thing is, we're getting Tomei next week. We just got Donaldson. Chipper, is going to be a third baseman. So these 1B and 3Bs, these corner infielders, I think we're good for the rest of the year. At this point, there's honestly about no need to drop anybody else. It's just too claustrophobic. So I don't know. We'll see as far as the 3 bosses go, but I will say they're fantastic names. And based off name value alone, I am tremendously excited to what we will see. Billy Wagner, I think we can assure he's going to be great. Chipper Jones, I'd find a hard time believing they're going to mess that one up. Gehrig, at worst, I think is just going to get buried. There's a lot of players at that position. He might not be the best out of like the 70 different options that you currently have at first base. But a few things I want to talk about here. In the game right now, there is this scouting report pack, which is out for free. You have 1 week to claim it. It's going to be no sell, so you are going to have a choice of both a headliner card, 99 to 97 overall. So it's going to have the new Adam Wainwright, Corbin Corral, Kendall, everybody but Francisco Alvarez. 97 plus is going to be there. And you also get 1 random 3 choice Diamond equipment item also cannot be sold. I so happen to pull about the most expensive one. I pulled 35k cleats that are going to stay in my inventory. Great. But you know what? It's free. Hard to bitch. One thing I will say as far as making stubs here, as far as that goes, they've tanked. And it is certainly something that is going to go up pretty soon here. I would imagine that a new collection is on the horizon. We talked about it. Kershaw was the third collection last year. Everything is lined up basically 1-for-1 to this point, from Brett to Rivera and McCutcheon to Mookie. So if history means anything, we're probably going to see a new collection 2 to 3 weeks from now. So this Wainwright going for 20k is a great time to pick him up. He's only about 10,000 over quick sale value, and truly I don't see how much further down he could possibly go if he's going to be needed for a collection. So yeah, that goes for a Corbin Carroll, Jordan Walker. All of these cards that are in headliners that are very cheap right now is going to be big. Also, this is a big thing that's becoming imperative right now for new programs. You guys, if you have excess stubs, are going to want to get these cards because it's just become commonplace now. We see a boss, he's out, and he's up. And no longer obtainable, and he's up in price. It happens every single time at this rate because a few less people are playing, and you know, these cards are just getting better. More people want to use them for the long run, so I would highly suggest start looking after these prices of bosses. When you get them, sell them right away, buy them back later. That's what I did with Pedro. I wasn't exactly the first one to get him. I didn't have parallel 1 Pedro here, as you can tell, but I still made a cool like 40k off of him. So I think that is very good, something that you guys are going to want to do. And another big thing with mini seasons, a lot of people have been talking about this. The new Johnny Damon came out yesterday. Key in mind here, there's a lot of XP, which you can preload for tomorrow. So if you have not gotten Damon yet, I'd strongly suggest that you continue to not get Damon. Get him tomorrow because a lot of XP gates are obtainable. 7,500, 4,000. If you wait to do these tomorrow, they're going to count for the new program. So you can win, I think, about 14 games, quit out the rest. You're going to make the playoffs. Adjust accordingly, you know, keep in mind what the other teams are doing here. How the fuck is one team in the playoffs with a lower win percentage? What? How does that make sense? They have less wins and a lower win. Is this rigged? Regardless, keep in mind, go ahead and do that. There's a lot of XP, which is going to really get you to those bosses fast, which is great. Make sure and do that, and get ready for the new program tomorrow. We're going to be streaming. We're going to have a great time. We're getting chipper, and I'm really excited. Let me know what you guys think as far as the new bosses go. Who do you think you're going to be taking? And yeah, leave a like down below. Subscribe for more. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. There comes out E8.